Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and we've got some pretty big updates with today's video. Two of my cars are either sold / currently selling, and then we are actually picking up the GT350. I finally had some time to get some work done on the car, and I think you guys will really like the finished product. And with that being said, let's just jump right into it. Well, first things first, we gotta get a cold start with the GT500. Man, this thing is... it's always super loud. Okay, well the lighting here is horrible because the GT500 is kind of parked under the shade of the tree, but this thing always looks so cool. Carbon fiber track pack, Oxford white with the satin paint protection film. Can't go wrong with that, and of course, the vanity plate, not a V8. Well, as you can see, we got the wife and the Defender behind us, and I'll explain that in a moment. So over the last month, I've talked about how I plan on selling the GT500, and that is officially happening. I'm selling my GT500 through Southtown Imports / Southtown Mitsubishi. For those of you that are interested in the car, this is a dealership that I have filmed for I think like 3 years at this point, roughly. And they obviously sell the new Mitsubishi product, but they also sell a lot of really cool cars. They pretty much specialize in everything. They have like tons of super affordable cars, but then they'll also sell crazy cars like this GT500 track pack. I mean, just in the last week roughly, they've sold something like 2 Raptor Rs, a C8 Z06, a Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Like, they literally just sell everything. And so I'm selling my car through them because they just have the customer base that would appreciate something like this and understand what this car actually is. And for those of you wondering, yes, I am going to miss the car. This has been a childhood dream car of mine for such a long time, but it's one of those situations where, if I'm being completely honest, reality did not meet the dream with this particular car. You guys know that I also have the GT350 that we're picking up later today. That has like exceeded my expectations from like a childhood dream car perspective, whereas this, it's amazing, but it slightly fell under. And I think a big part of it, frankly, is just that this is an automatic transmission only car. If Ford offered a manual with this car, I would never sell it. The dual clutch is amazing, but like, I don't know, I like manuals with sports cars. Now, one thing I definitely won't miss is the fuel economy. You guys can see that our fuel light is on. We are between 1/4 and 1/2 of a tank of fuel, and it says we have less than 50 miles of range. GT500 life. So here's a quick shot of the GT350 inside, so you guys can see the color before it is in the sunlight, because the sunlight, I can tell you right now, will just make it so the camera filter will blow up and the color will just not look like what it looks like in person. And then here's a quick look at the front end, and just like before, we wrapped over the stripes, so everything has a satin finish just like the 500. Okay, before you head out, the designated person that drives me around, I suppose. What do you think about the ogre green GT350?
That was my comment. I said it looks like Shrek got exfoliated.
Shrek got exfoliated.
Like nice and smooth. I just want to touch it. It looks very touchable and smooth, and it is. Bless you.
She just like stares at the camera. She doesn't know what to do with it.
Me neither.
Yeah, but I think it looks good.
It looks really good.
So you like it more than the 500?
The 500 sounds so pretty, but I like...
I'm just talking about the looks.
The look, the wrap on this looks way better than the 500, because the 500 looked like a shiny gumball. Yeah, it's the same paint protection film, but it's just the colors. The color is better.
Yeah, so the green, I guess, with the satin finish, works a bit better than the white. But yeah, it looks good. So to be completely honest, I was kind of in a mode of regret as I was driving the GT500 up to the Mitsubishi dealer. But now that I've popped into the GT350, completely gone away. I'm just being honest, like, it's completely gone away. I still will miss the GT500, but the 350 is so good that it's like, I don't feel like I need a 500. Now, something that's really cool from the driver perspective is the fact that the car still looks gloss from the inside. And this is something that I love about satin paint protection film, is the car looks different from when you're inside versus outside the car, which kind of, in my opinion, adds to the fun. So I've officially made it back to Southtown Imports, and I guess it is time to say goodbye to the GT500, but I of course parked it next to the 350, so you guys can kind of see the differences between the cars, but also the difference that color makes with paint protection film, because it's pretty cool. So quick disclaimer, sorry about the wind noise. For some reason it's super windy today, I don't know why, but anyways, both of these have satin paint protection film from Steck Automotive. It's the same exact paint protection film on both of the cars, but because they're different colors, it just looks completely different. If you guys are wondering, they were both installed by Layton Customs. If you guys live in Utah and you're looking to get PPF put in your car, definitely check him out. I'll include his contact info in the description down below. Now, outside of the benefit of obviously protecting the paint, hence the name paint protection film, the other cool thing is how it just changes the overall look of the car. With this satin series, you guys can see that it just makes all of the body lines on the Mustangs pop out so much more than what the gloss finish from the factory does. And so it just gives both of the cars a really cool, unique look. And let me know if you guys like the white look or if you like the obviously ogre green look more. I think they both look cool in their own right. I think some people might get tired of the green because it's so bright and in your face. I personally probably never will, but the white, right, has that clean, sinister look. And obviously the GT500 just has a more aggressive look in general because of, you know, the little front canards here and then just how aggressive the front splitter is. And yeah, look at the back ends of the cars, completely different. And something that I do want to note is I love the look of the carbon fiber track pack here at the GT500, but with the 350, I've just really come to love this kind of like flowing look with the spoiler, how it just kind of just pops up there in the back. And so yeah, again, both really cool looking cars. So again, big thank you to Steck Automotive for making such good product. I plan on continuing to use their paint protection film into the foreseeable future for my future cars because, again, I just love the finish on it, the overall look of it. And so, yeah, just a really cool setup. Well, I'm officially finished with my filming day here over at Southtown Imports, and well, the GT500 is obviously dropped off here, so we will see how long it takes to sell. So I was talking to them, and in terms of the, I guess I didn't put my parking brake all the way down. In terms of the selling price, based on market values right now, we're gonna price it at about 110 to start off with. And, you know, judging by what happened with my Raptor, which I do want to talk about now, that's probably what it'll end up selling for because the market's kind of gone crazy again where there's just not a lot of cars available and people are, you know, willing to pay a lot of money for vehicles. Now, just to show you guys the cool cars I have. So this is an E63S wagon, final edition. And then right next to it, we have a CT5V Blackwing. And then right next to that, we have a 911 GTS. And then right next to that, we have a Cadillac V. All of these cars, extremely difficult to get. So that's what I'm talking about is this dealership specializes in these hard to get cars. So I think that the GT500, which will actually go right next to all of those, will be in a good place. So to cap things off with today's video, we quickly need to talk about the Gen 3 Ford Raptor. The Gen 3 Ford Raptor has officially sold. I honestly forgot to make a video about me taking it down to the dealership and putting it up for sale, but yeah, that happened. It sold in less than 2 weeks, and it actually sold for full asking price. And on top of selling for full asking price, it sold for over original MSRP, which I was shocked, honestly, because my truck was a 21 with over 10,000 miles on it. It did have the 37 performance package, which is extremely hard to get. But yeah, I'm super happy with what it sold for, obviously. And I know some people are going to comment that I quote unquote flipped the truck. I had it for over a year and a half and over 11,000 miles, and I jumped it a bunch and used it as it was intended to be used for. So definitely not a flip. It's just the market on that vehicle is super strong, and obviously I was able to take advantage of that. And so the Raptor's gone. The GT500 will hopefully be gone soon. And so that leaves us with the GT350, the Jeep Wrangler, and the Land Rover Defender. And I have 3 cars on order. One of them you know about, the Bronco Raptor. That's what's replacing the F-150 Raptor. The 2 other cars I haven't really talked about all that much, and so I want you guys to guess in the comment section below what other 2 cars you think that I have on order. I'll give you a hint. One of them has a manual transmission, and the other does not have a manual transmission. It's an SUV or a truck. I'll see ya.